We're here at the River Arena Speedway. We got the whole Tanner Holmes posse here. We're gonna introduce each and every one of you. Just say your name, buddy.
Isaac.
What class are you in?
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee, nice. Are you racing tonight?
Uh-huh.
What class are you in?
Don't know, but...
Beginner box?
Beginner box.
And what's your name?
Kindle.
Kindle?
Carter Patterson, racing 250s tonight.
Nice.
Waylon House. I race 250s.
Nice.
Kellen Hurst, I race box sock.
And this is the Rip the Lip kid.
Rip the lip.
Rip the Lip.
Albert, 34, racing beginner box.
Beginner, nice.
Mason, and I'm racing box stock.
Nice.
Keegan, and I race box stock. Carson, and I race box stock.
Casey and I race box stock, and I'm over 88K.
Nice.
Kendall and I race the 250. I'm number 316.
Awesome. And then you wanted to be in the video, buddy? What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, and what class are you in tonight?
Pee-wee.
Nice. All right, guys. So we're down here in turns 1 and 2, River Arena Speedway. My first time this winter season getting to race in my home state. We're here in Roseburg, Oregon, and here's a look at the racetrack. I've done quite a few vlogs here over the past 3 years. I think we've ran 7 or 8 races. Here's a look at turns 1 and 2 at the River Arena Speedway. So this place looks very similar to the Red Bluff Outlaws. You got a bottom, you got a crease, and you got a top side. A little bit more banking than Red Bluff. Both places, they both look so similar to each other. This place is a little bit more narrow, I think. Red Bluff's a little more wide for a racetrack. So the sliders here, everything happens faster, everything happens so much quicker, and it's gonna be an exciting night for night number 1 of the Vern Wheeler Senior Memorial. One thing I do wanna point out that the track did to make this place so much better and make it a safer racetrack. As you guys know, 2018 has been a dangerous year for sprint cars in just all forms of racing. We've had some accidents that aren't good. And what the River Arena Speedway decided to do, last year, I guess I mentioned this in a vlog. I mentioned that this used to just be like straight to wall, so you could hit it with your right rear. A few people did, and it was a dangerous situation. So they saw that I said that in the vlog, and they made a change to it. So much safer now. They added this board, so you're not just gonna be going right onto the wall. That's super cool. I'm glad that they did that, just making this racetrack so much safer going into a big race weekend. Now the pit meeting's over. I told you guys afterwards I would show you the car. We got a throwback to the green wing. The last time I ran this thing, oh, there's Johnny Burke. Late to get his suit on, just showed up at the racetrack. The last time I ran the green wing was Red Bluff Outlaw 250 division, I think 3 or 4 years ago. Little beat up on the right side here. Left side looks brand spanking new. Got the carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber tail. First time on my own car I've had carbon fiber. It looks clean. And on the hood, this acts as an air box. That's the main purpose of this hood, because the 4 strokes can get a little bit hotter than the 2 strokes usually do. So we have a little air box going here in the front to make sure this thing stays cool. But we're heading out for hot laps right now. Our first time on the racetrack during the 2018-2019 indoor winter season here at the River Arena Speedway. I'll let you know how it goes after we go out. Just got done with hot laps here at the River Arena Speedway. My first response is this place is fast. It is a fast outlaw kart track. I don't know if I would compare it to Millbridge in the sense of just the real speed you're carrying, but how fast everything's happening, how much banking there is, and how much of a run you get off the corner, you are flying here at this racetrack. So went out there, track, it wasn't rough, but in the crease, it was a little rough in between the transition of the bottom and the top. And in the 4-stroke, when you hit that, you bounce around a lot. I took it pretty easy. Car felt a little tight on entry, actually really tight. Part of that was I didn't have brakes. So when you hit the left front brake, it helps rotate the car on entry of the corner. And without that, I was really tight. We also just needed to free up the car for entry of the corner, because with the 4-stroke, I just couldn't get it turned. I think if I drove it a little harder, that might have helped, but I was just kind of taking it easy because this thing will get on a wheel stand, so I was trying to have as much throttle control as possible. My first heat race is up next. I start 7th. I have Jesse Caldwell, the winner of the KKM Give Back Classic. He just finished 11th or 12th at the Turkey Night Grand Prix. One of my best buddies. He is just killing it in the outlaw kart world, and now he's in the midget world, getting to run a few races for TRD. He's going to run the Chili Bowl, and he's in my heat race. Of course, I show up to the Roseburg indoor, and they put Jesse in my heat. So we have 32 or 33 opens. Jesse's gonna be my heat race. I'm not really sure. I didn't recognize any of the other numbers. We're just gonna see, go out there. I'm gonna start 7th in the heat out of 8 cars, and then the second heat race, I will start on the pole. Let's head out for heat race number 1. At the starting lineup for the second heat race. We're outside pole. We got the hook, the 86J, Jesse Caldwell, second row inside, and the 1C of Chase Hill. He's tagging the back. He just showed up. He's gonna start 10th. So good competition. These guys are gonna, we'll probably have a slider battle or something. I'm not really sure where to run. The bottom's good. The top is good. We made some final adjustments really just to put the super tune on our setup because we really need to do good in this heat race. Here is one last look at the lineup. We just finished our second heat race of the day here at the River Arena Speedway, and we were able to hold off Jesse Caldwell and get the win. It's not every day that you're gonna have Jesse Caldwell in your heat race, and when he's in it, you have got to be smart. The only way to beat a Jesse Caldwell is you have to be smarter than a Jesse Caldwell. So I started outside pole, he started second row inside. I got a good jump the first time a yellow came out, so we had another complete restart, and then I got another good jump and was just, the first time I rolled the bottom, because in the previous heat races, the people that were running the bottom were pulling away, and I was like, you know, even with the 4-stroke, I'm gonna probably have more go off the corner, like it's gonna be perfect on the bottom. But I ran it in 1 and 2, ran it in 3 and 4, and I looked over right when the yellow came out. My dad said, go to the top. I had Chase Hill and Jesse Caldwell behind me. Chase broke, but I knew Jesse was gonna try to pull off something going into 1 and 2. He always does. So California restart, which means the guy that's, the leader's out front, and then it's doubled up from behind, and then the second place guy can choose top or bottom. Well, of course, Jesse chose top because what his plan was to get a run, get on the gas, and then cross me going down the straightaway, and then slide me. Well, I knew, I was like, I gotta be smarter. I was just thinking, what is Jesse gonna do? Well, of course, he picked the top, I saw his nose, so I blocked. On the start, we'll head down this way. Caldwell was on the outside, and he immediately went up here to get on the gas to get the run. Well, I turned up going down the back straightaway and started on the top, and even Jesse said afterwards, like, that really screwed my start because he wasn't expecting it. So you just gotta switch it up when you're racing. That's a tip. Whenever you're racing someone who you feel has an edge or just more experience or just overall a great race car driver, and Jesse is, he's really smart. You just gotta try to outsmart him or do something, surprise him. So I went to the top. He wasn't able to get a good enough run, couldn't slide me because the track's still pretty fast, but he wasn't able to slide me. And then on the next restart, what I did is I kind of acted like I was gonna go to the top, and then I shot down low here and ran right on the disc. And I think I still got a pretty good start. He wasn't able to slide me. But now we're gonna head back to turns 1 and 2. I led every single lap, but this is what almost messed me up. The transition's rough, especially down here in turns 1 and 2. And on the final lap, going into 1, I hit this bump right in here and it goes all the way through the corner with my front end, and I shot straight up the racetrack, and I was like, it's over. Jesse's gonna slide me, he's gonna throw a haymaker going into 3. So I gassed it up, slid myself to make sure nothing could happen. I couldn't get doored or anything, and I was able to get at the line. So it always feels good to get one on Jesse. He's really fast. We're like the best of friends. And I told him before the heat race, I was like, you know, I started ahead of you. You better have your A game on if you wanna beat me. Like, you better make sure that thing has the super tune and everything. But he got a first and a second, I got a first and a third, Mike Wheeler got a first and a third, and Johnny Burt got a first and a first. So we're gonna be the first 2 rows of the dash, I'm thinking. We'll have to see that lineup coming out soon. The car is all ready to go for the dash. I believe it's 20 laps. I thought I was gonna start second row outside, but there was one more guy, the 4J, Kenny Boardman. He got a second and a second, so that ties with the first and a third, which Wheeler and I both had a first and a third. So since I had the worst pill draw, I get to start 5th. Kenny Boardman starts 3rd, Mike Wheeler starts 4th. So I start on the inside, not bad. I mean, the bottom actually I think is very, very fast right now. The top's going away. I think I'm better on the bottom in 3 and 4 and the top in 1 and 2. For some reason in 1 and 2, I don't know if I need to drive it a little harder, but I was kind of trying to take it easy in the heat races. Now we can really go have some fun because we made it to the A main. Wherever we finish in the dash, that sets us up for tomorrow where we're gonna start. It's time to head down there right now. I'm just excited. I love what I do. This is just fun racing, no points involved. If you have a good night, you have a good night. Of course, you don't want to crash anything. We don't want to be fixing anything, but it's nice to just come out here, have fun, put her in the game main event, and now we can really go have a ton of fun and see if we can just, you know, maybe move up a few spots. It'd be nice to start on the front row, but really the first 2 rows is where you want to be because that just puts you in a spot to have a chance at winning tomorrow. So we're going to head out now. Carly's going up. I'm going to watch her, and then we'll be getting in for our, it's an A main event, but it's actually a dash. $100 on the line, and wherever you finish is where you start in tomorrow's A. Night 1 of the Vern Wheeler Senior Memorial has come to a close. Night number 2 starts tomorrow. We do have some fans of the videos down here in turns 3 and 4. What's your name, buddy?
My name is Waylon.
Waylon was in the vlog earlier. What class are you in, 250?
I'm in the 250 class.
Nice, and then we have Carson.
Trying to do sports, yay.
Carson, how'd you run tonight?
good. I didn't get to make the dash.
But you were right on the outside of the dash, right? You were fast, and you were the track champion at what track this summer?
What?
Cottage Grove?
Yes.
Cottage Grove track champion. Congrats on that, dude. He's pumped. But Lady Luck, like I was saying, just wasn't on our side tonight. We had lots of speed in the dash, and if there's anything I wish I could change, maybe to put us in a little bit of a better spot, and that is if I wouldn't have had that incident on the last lap of the first heat race where we made some contact and I lost the second position. If I could have got that second spot, I would have probably started third in the dash, and maybe I could have stayed in the top 3. Looked like some good racing up front. I never really got to get too close up there to see it, but I also wasn't running too, well, actually, no, I was in the back a few times, so just everything didn't go our way whenever I was making good laps on the bottom and I started getting a rhythm. I'm a rhythm driver. If I can get in a rhythm, I get faster and faster and faster. And every time it seemed like someone spun out in front of me, or maybe I missed the bottom, or we had a yellow. So it just didn't go our way. Now we'll look at turns 1 and 2. Now, the thing I like about the Roseburg Indoor is it's a great concept of what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a flat track on the bottom and then some banking up here to get 2 lanes of racing, just great racing, and we've seen it here before in previous years. Tonight though, what happened was early on the top was really, really fast, and it had a little bit of grip, and it wasn't like super hooked up or anything. I mean, it was hooked up, but it wasn't like a heavy racetrack. It was just, it had grip. So, and then as the heat races went on, the bottom came in, and the bottom was really fast, but the top was still there, and you could kind of make both lines work if you really hit your marks. But then when the dash came around, the bottom was just the way to go. There wasn't, the top it's a little too far around, I think, when it gets slick. Now, I was talking with my dad, we're really having a serious conversation, like, what could we do to get faster? And we have some things in mind I think we're gonna try for tomorrow that we could have done in the dash maybe to be faster. But the bottom is slick, but there's still a little grip, and you can get your left front right on these. So technically your left front's almost on the berm, because these discs are not like the ones at Red Bluff. And then if you look at the top, it's just so much farther around when it gets slick. I'm thinking maybe if the top could have held the grip a little bit longer, maybe it would have been a little bit more equal. Early on in the dash, I made it work a few times, but once the bottom got rolling, it was really hard to make the top work, and you had to move to the bottom. But that's just showing you the Roseburg Indoor. Thank you guys so much for watching the first night of racing. It was really, really fun, and we're gonna give it all we got tomorrow. I didn't finish 6th in the dash, I was actually 7th, so we're gonna start 7th in tomorrow's feature. I did want to show you a picture of me and my Swindell Speed Lab gear I got on right now from earlier. Put it up here in the top right corner, but everyone here at the Roseburg Indoor, really, they put on a great first night show, and I think they're definitely gonna work hard at getting the track prep better for tomorrow, and I think it's gonna be good. They're putting so much work. I've been talking to them and all what they're trying to do to make this thing faster. So we'll see you guys all in tomorrow's video. Deuces, buddy.